Today we gather to render thanks. Today we gather to remember those we have lost, those who have been wounded, those who bear the scars of war, scars visible and scars unseen. Today we mark the end of Operation Catalyst. We pay tribute to the thousands of brave men and women in uniform who answered the call of the democratically elected Government of Australia. You, the men and women of the Australian Defence Force, discharged your mission in Iraq with distinction and with success. We recognise the contribution of all those who participated. We remember too those we lost. We thank their families and their loved ones for their courage and for their sacrifice. There are also those of you who have returned wounded from your service. Your service will not be forgotten. Your needs will be met consistent with conditions of service of all our veterans past, our veterans now, and our veterans of the future. This is the solemn responsibility of all governments of Australia. The constant refrain from other commanders in the field whom I have met, from political leaders around the world with whom I've spoken, and from General Petraeus, the Supreme Allied Commander, is that your service as men and women of the Australian Defence Force was exemplary. Wherever you serve, my experience as your Prime Minister is that they always want more of you, and that is because you do a first-class job. The refrain is universal. You, the men and women of the Australian Defence Force, are professional. You are superbly trained. You know your craft. You are practical. You are adaptable. You are approachable. You are sensitive to the cultures of local people. You are, in short, great ambassadors for Australia. You, numbered among the 18,000 veterans of this campaign, you are the Anzacs of today, and you should be proud, as we are proud of you. As we salute the contribution of the troops here today and around Australia, brought safely back to our shores, we are mindful that more than 100 of our Australian Defence Force personnel and many civilians remain in Iraq to provide protection and expertise to our embassy and to the United Nations mission. These troops and civilian defence staff are providing the ongoing assistance to our continuing civilian mission, to continue our work to build a stable Iraq. Let none of us assume here today that they are out of danger's way, for they are not. To the troops of Operation Catalyst, Australia welcomes you home with a great sense of relief and a great sense of national pride. On behalf of the Australian nation, I thank you. To your parents, I say thank you. To your wives, to your husbands, your partners and your children, I say thank you. This grateful nation, Australia, salutes you as you conclude another chapter in the proud history of Anzac.